Oh, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Weather Fans Live here on Saturday, the 16th of September 23. I did say Saturday, not Sunday. And it's a bit of a special live tonight. We're going to have a look at the storm risk for tomorrow.
Indeed.
We might have a look at what's going on, quick look at what's on for next week as well.
Yeah, why not? Might as well get rid of it all instead of doing it tomorrow. We can do it all today or whatever. We'll see where we go anyway. But yeah, version 43 day for me. So yeah, I'm enjoying my birthday here in the northeast. And
say that again, sorry.
I said been enjoying my version 43 days, I call it. My birthday today. So
it's your birthday today?
Yeah.
You kept up bloody
Facebook, mate.
Quiet. Oh, happy 40th birthday.
43rd.
+3.
+3, yeah, +3. So yeah, I've just been out and about today.
I didn't know that myself.
Nah.
You didn't mention that in the green room.
It's the algorithm. I was telling you about it in backstage. It's changed on Facebook.
Why didn't Facebook tell me?
I don't know. Never mind. Anyway.
I'll say you know people's birthday or Facebook. I'm too old to remember birthdays.
I'd like to hear some cracks of thunder.
Too many on my own.
Yeah, thank you to from Torquil. So yes, it'd be nice to have a few cracks of thunder tomorrow. That'd be a nice birthday present.
That's a new name I've not seen before. Welcome.
I think I know who that is. Can't 100% say that. Anyway, so forgetting all the birthday shenanigans aside, shall we have a look at the hurricanes for the moment, and then I'll pass it to you for the storms then, because I've got the infrared loop, I've got the National Hurricane Centre, and then I've got the Met Office warnings for tomorrow. So I'll go into brilliant. Share screen, and we'll go to the National Hurricane Centre.
You can do all that yourself, can you? You forget about that.
Yeah, that's privileges. So we've got post-tropical cyclone Lee, who's now bashing somewhere into Maine, Newfoundland, somewhere in that area. Not Newfoundland, that's there. In that general Eastern Canadian area. And then we've got Margot, who is just meandering all over the place in the mid-Atlantic.
She's just running around in circles.
Yeah, just going around in circles like a lost dog, chasing its tail. And then we've got Tropical Depression 15, which will most likely be Tropical Storm Nigel in the coming hours. I think it's got to go above 40 miles an hour. Nigel! Hey, we've got Ophelia next. That you'll see in a minute.
Is that Ophelia next?
Ophelia's next, yeah. So I'll just go to the end.
You can't forget Ophelia from about 5 or 6 years ago.
It was indeed when we had the orange clouds of doom. So I'm just going to try and
sounds like what goes off the Conservative Party, but
of uncertainty. So there's Lee, and he's just going to become a post-tropical storm anyway. As you can see there, tomorrow, be near enough out of the way by tomorrow evening. Just coming off Newfoundland. Top speed at the moment, 70 mile an hour with movement to the north at 22 mile an hour. So it is picking up speed as it moves up and gets interacting with the jet stream. Go back and back again. We'll have a look at Margot, see where Margot's going, if it's going anywhere. Looks like it's going to go towards the Azores. There was talk of that maybe coming up and joining with the jet stream and interacting with us sometime next week, but I think that's maybe...
Yeah, there's so much uncertainties, even with the Met Office 10-day trend, I think on Wednesday, some computer models will take it up to like off the coast of Iberia, but as you can tell there, it just hasn't happened. It seems like it just hasn't been picked up or anything like that.
It's had no steering, it's not interacted with anything just been stuck basically. Whereas Lee has got stuck in the trade winds off the coast of America, and then it's sort of like going to interact with the jet stream itself higher up during the coming days, which we'll probably have a look at in a moment. But yeah, there's Margot, and I will have a look at. Let's go back. Oh, nearly forgot then. Right, anyway, I thought I was going to pull onto thing. Yeah, so this is going to be possible Hurricane Nigel, and it's just to the east of Bermuda. Bermuda's getting away with it very well this year. They're either going to the west or to the east. It's not impacting Bermuda as much.
Right, they just keep getting brushed, don't they, at the moment? Maybe it's like this probably like the fourth one, maybe just.
Yeah, because Lee's gone so like in this channel.
Close, will be brushed aside.
Like through this channel here, and then you've got Nigel who's going through this channel here. So I think the high has been pushed back a little bit further, maybe towards the north. We'll have a look at that on the main pictures anyway. So yeah, tropical storm Nigel in the next 12 hours, I'd say, maybe even in the next 6. Let's go and have a look at the IR loop from Tropical Tidbits, and as you can see, we've got post-tropical storm Nigel.
I know you've took yourself off the
took yourself
off the screen share.
I'm
back on the screen.
Oh,
right. Hello, I'm back.
No, I pressed thingy. I pressed the button to go live with that thing. I may have pressed the stop one. Yeah, I did. Duh. Anyway, so
you're back on the screen share.
So yeah, back on screen share.
This time.
Thank God for that. Anyways, post-tropical storm Nigel up here. Not Nigel, sorry, Lee. I'm getting ahead of myself now. There's Nigel.
Nigel.
And we've got Margot, who's just barely recognisable, really. We've got this cluster of rain here. It's probably spouted from Lee into the jet stream as it's broke up. We've got tomorrow's low there, I think. Actually, there's quite a few storms there brewing off the Eastern Pacific. Let's have a look. I'm just going to go back and have a look at that Eastern Pacific. There's 12E, but I'm going to just have a look quickly. And there's a storm. Right, back to this. Right, back on. So yeah, I know I've changed it this time. We've got this one here, which has got a 0 chance of cyclone formation in the next 48 hours, maybe 40 in the next 7 days. So there's that. And then there's tropical depression 12E. Will this become anything? No, it stays tropical. Goes post.
It actually developed quite far out into sea, to be honest. I've been watching it the last few days.
It's kind of heading into where El Nino is, into that area, moving, into that colder, warmer actually. So I'm surprised it hasn't warmed up, but it is what it is. So yeah, neither of them are looking anyway.
If you can hear me, my signal's playing up again. And so if you can hear me, you may lose connection from me.
Yeah, it's not a worry. I'll keep eye on that. So to the Met Office. Share this tab. Shall we have a look what Pac-Man is eating? Blink, 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 blink. And there's Pac-Man for tomorrow. I reckon that will get extended in the morning or before towards the thing. Is he? Oh, he's jump. I've got to say, the Met Office do have a sense of humour sometimes, don't they?
Can you still hear me? My signal seems to be playing up again.
Yes. Can I hear you? Can you hear me? Can I hear you? Hello. Can you hear me? Mute tab. You've gone black, Michael. Oh, so we've lost Michael for the time being. Let me just go reboot the router. So yeah, there's a small chance that homes and businesses could be flooded quickly with damage to some buildings from floodwater, lightning strikes, hail and strong winds. Small chance of fast flowing or deep floodwater causing danger to life. Where flooding and lightning does strike, there is a chance of delays and cancellations to trains and buses. All the usual stuff, really. Let's have a look at the impact matrix. So, quite unlikely, but there may be quite a decent impact, medium, very low likelihood and medium impact. Obviously, all this can change in a matter of seconds. Heavy showers and thunderstorms are expected to move northwards during Sunday. Some torrential downpours are possible with the chance of 50 to 70 millimetres of rain accumulating in a few places, potentially in a few hours. Although many areas will miss the worst, lightning, hail, and gusty winds are also possible hazards. Let's see.
Hello, weather fans. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yep.
Yeah, good.
Midlands, can you hear me?
Why keep expecting this?
So yes, as I was
Pardon?
saying, there's sorry.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Sorry, for some reason, I don't know if it happens to you as well, but for some reason, every now and again, it just keeps kicking me out, like the signal.
All right. Don't know why I can hear you.
The old gremlins. I don't know if it's the StreamYard, what's name, or it's the.
It could be StreamYard.
I don't know if it's the laptop or the internet.
Is what it is. Anyways, so I've done that. Do you want to take over?
What's going on there? Pac-Man. Why is Pac-Man on the screen?
He's feeling peckish for thunderstorms. And he needs some news. And on that note, I think I'm going to pass Pac-Man over to you and see where these storms are going to occur tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just going to get my screen share on because they did just come off, but I've had to put myself back on.
Right. There we go. So I'll change that over to Michael.
Yes, so bear with me. Helps. That's what I was doing. I didn't click into that earlier. So let's have a look at the synoptic facts charts from the Met Office to show you what's going on with the latest. Let's make sure I'm on full screen there. We've got this boundary layer there between the cooler air to the northwest and the warmer, unsettled air towards the south. And we've got this decaying front here with another warm front in association with this low pressure off the coast of Iberia. We have got some troughs in amongst this. It's like these are expected to push through partly through the night. So let's see where that's sitting by lunchtime tomorrow. And we've got this warm air coming up, more warm air coming up from the south there with these troughs coming up. These is going to introduce more unstable air from this. Sorry, my voice disappeared then. From the south. So these could be introducing quite a lot of unstable air. We'll have a look at the tape and lifted and the thunderstorm risk in just a moment. So what happens in the next 24 hours? Let's have a look. As we go through into midnight on Monday, it turns quite messy with weather fronts waiting out the wings in the west. And we've got this cold front coming up from towards the southeast there during the night, towards the southern counties there. But what happens through Monday, low pressure starts to take control. And we get these cold fronts coming through the UK on Monday. And it's looking quite wet and windy actually through into Monday. Then into midnight, it's looking very unsettled there. This could be, well, let's see that's back on the fact chart. That could be the remnants.
Yeah.
So yeah, this low pressure here looks like there'll be the remnants of Lee. Obviously, it will not be Lee, but it will just be leftover bits. That could still introduce some.
Injection a bit of, yeah.
Sorry?
I was going to say it's going to inject a bit of power into the low pressure, isn't it? Looking at that, and then
we've got this warm, long fetch warm sector there, haven't we?
Yes, you can just see Margot just there to the bottom left, just highlighted.
Yeah, so Margot's not really moved because you've got this low pressure. Sorry, this high pressure sat there, and it's just been meandering. It looks like what could happen now. It could actually start moving over towards the northwestern side of this high.
Yes, this is for Tuesday. You can see a trough there just off the west coast in the channel. No, in the Irish Sea there earlier. So, yeah, that warm sector. It'd be interesting to see what that brings up. I wouldn't think it'd be too warm. And then there's Tuesday. Yeah, that's Tuesday afternoon.
So this is evidence of Lee just here. Obviously, it will inject quite, I would say, a lot of humid air with this warm front just here.
Could be
but it's looking quite blustery there, so probably winds up to 30 to 50 miles an hour, I would guess.
Yeah, and there'll be maybe some thunderstorms, maybe heavy showers, given the humidity, and then it just all passes through quite quickly.
Yeah, looking at that chart there, looks quite autumnal.
It does, thank God.
Pardon?
I was going to say, thank Chuff, it does. It's feeling more autumnal.
Yeah, I've got these two low pressures at 980, 971, so it's definitely more literally autumnal lows there. There's Margot just there. Ex-Margot will be by that stage, so it'll just be like leftover bits. So that could come on. But unless I have high pressure trying to build behind all this, then again, you've got another low pressure coming out of Newfoundland.
Yeah, I was going to say, this will give a very nice look on the satellite on Wednesday. It'll be a nice loop into that low. And then you've got this boundary, that boundary of the cold front. You'll see all the shower clouds behind it.
Oh, let's get into the right charts here. Just bear with me. So let's have a look at the UKV, actually, the rainfall for the next 24 hours or so. See how they're bringing up this rain for tomorrow. At the minute, we'll have a look at the storm risk for tomorrow. Then we'll have a look at what's happening for the rest of the week. So there's been a bit of patchy rain around towards the southwest. Tell you what, we'll have a look at quickly. Flip the tab over. This is the latest rainfall from windy.com. So that's kind of like in agreement with. Let me just bring that back a little bit. Let's bring that round to around about now. So what we see on the screen right now is the latest radar from windy.com, and the UKV model has it virtually bang on the same place with that rainfall. That's definitely an agreement there. So there is that rainfall. There's no thunderstorms amongst this at the moment. Some heavier bursts there over towards Belgium there and parts of Amsterdam. And they're obviously in the same kind of warm sector. I'm not seeing anything pinging. Let me just zoom in to make sure nothing is pinging away. Doesn't look like that intense, to be honest, for anything to be go bang. No, not at all. So let's head back into the forecast rainfall radar. So let's bring that up a little bit further. So it's always to the south. We've got some heavy bursts of rain now coming through Wales during the early hours. That seems to clear through. Then we've got this more persistent heavy band, maybe thunderstorms coming up into southern counties there during up to lunchtime tomorrow. That turns into another band of rain. Then this actually shows it disintegrating. I was seen a few days ago that was actually moving through the country as a heavy burst of heavy thundery rain.
Yeah.
But at the minute, this is showing perhaps some thunderstorms there for the far southeast.
I think it's
so that warning down, that pack-up warning down for the southwest. When was that actually expected to start and finish?
Bear with. Now let's have a look. Sharing. That was from. Let's have a look. Sorry, I've just got to get it tracked up. That is from 7 o'clock till from 0700 hours to 1800 hours till 7 till 6 tomorrow.
Yeah. The latest UKV model, high resolution, has coming through down southwest.
Yeah.
About 11, 12. Then looks like it just strings out and dies virtually a death as it moves north. Yeah. So you've got this western arm going across the Irish.
Go on.
Say that again, sorry.
I was saying it's the second band that I was looking at, but yeah, continue.
That's all right. We've got some thunderous showers breaking out across Devon and parts through Somerset as well. Then you got this band going through southeast England into parts of East Anglia, into the nightfall, and that actually does show through like overnight into Sunday, where we could have some band of heavy, possibly heavy rain or thunderstorms coming through the evening time. Actually, that seems to get more organised during as it gets dark. So
this is what I was saying
potential
about
there for some.
As I was just going to say, that's what I was saying. Why the thing may get extended out into the east, so like towards Western East Midlands, East Anglia kind of area. And this back edge cold front was another thing I was watching.
Yeah, I'm just noticing as it swings through there. That
so
seems to perhaps take out
my area.
There.
I reckon that back edge front could get quite noisy. It could be the opposite.
Maybe a potential small line there. We'll have to keep an eye on that through Monday morning.
Yeah, because it's going to be quite a defined cold front from what I understand. So
yeah,
especially with that direct arrow westerly behind it, and you've got the southerlies in front of it. That could well be a good, well-defined squall line. That.
So definitely something to keep an eye on the next 24 hours. So that may be thunder, but I think that's more going to be like a score line coming through potentially on Monday morning. That's as far as I can go with the UKV.
Yeah, it only goes up to about 56 hours or something.
Yeah. So this run here shows something more potential for around about lunchtime tomorrow down for the southwest. That first band moves up, disintegrates. Then it's when we go into more nightfall tomorrow, where it just seems to pick up there, heavy, possibly thunder rain moving up from the south. Not everyone will see these rain or showers through the evening time on Sunday. It seems to be quite hit and miss.
I'm just having a look at the 15Z UKV, because I think you've got the 12 o'clock run there, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's showing that the squall line actually breaks up as it crosses the country, so it becomes more defined out in the Irish Sea, but as it comes inland and hits the Pennines, it seems to break up. But obviously all that could change nearer the time. It's just what it's saying currently. But yeah, that's the 15Z, what that's saying. Back to you.
Yep, sorry. Let's have a look at the GFS now. So let's look at the rainfall there for the GFS. Obviously, this is in low resolution, so it's going to look like it's like a painting of blue, but it won't be the case. So, yeah, it's not really shown very well on there with what was shown from the high definition. Looks like that's showing like it's widespread, but it could be more showery through the evening time. That's got more western areas there through Sunday night into Monday morning. then yeah, it's just not really defined on that at all, is it?
I think it's because it's lower resolution, isn't it?
Yeah. So let's have a look at the cable lifted through the night through Sunday. So it seems to be quite a bit down in the south there, but we've seen on the line detectors actually nothing showing at the moment across southern Aikens of nearby friends at all. So you could have the cape, but it won't always mean you're going to get the thunderstorms.
Yeah.
So go through the morning there. That's where the high resolution showing that band of perhaps heavy thunder rain maybe coming through southern counties there.
Yeah.
And it's the other night into Sunday into Monday. It's not really showing much at all. Maybe down for the southeast, perhaps where that cold front comes through Monday morning. So I think it's just it's a bit of the model's not really. It's like a differential between the UKV and the GFS at the minute. I don't think the GFS is doing anything with it.
Yeah, the GFS is a more lower resolution, so it doesn't really pick up on these things. I was just going to suggest that actually. See what that says.
Yeah, it's got about 40% chance there. Let's have a look what happens through the evening time. Again, it's probably about 50, it's almost like 50-50 chance, really, some areas.
Yeah.
And that's showing more perhaps clipping the southeast coast through Monday morning.
Yeah, I would say line anywhere really from the Humber southwards could see thunderstorms tomorrow night, but the main risk for the afternoon would be more towards like the M4 corridor, somewhere like that. Maybe.
Yeah, it was definitely going to be the case of no casting for tomorrow.
That's what I've said on the group. Is going to be a nowcast kind of day tomorrow. Yep. So we've got 3 people watching.
I think the signal could be going again. So I've got this stupid signal bar come up on the screen.
All right. Yeah, I think that might be.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you, mate. I can still hear you.
Just stand by just in case it could go off because my signal seems like it's just wavering again.
Yep, bear with us. If it goes off, I'll pick up. Right, so stop.
Yeah.
Right, you're dropping off. I'll take over.
I'm still here. Still here.
Yeah, I'll take over, Michael.
Yeah.
Just in case you do go.
Just take for a few minutes just in case my signal does come off.
Yeah, I'll take over for a bit. Anyway, so yeah, as Michael was saying, as the storm risk charts from 12 o'clock today, and like I said, it's pretty much now casting. As you can see, that like 20, 30, 40, 50% risk. The higher risk is more towards the south during the afternoon. But as you move into the evening time, as that second line comes through and kind of pivots alongside the cold front, that risk then becomes the Midlands, possibly into South and West Yorkshire, Lancashire, maybe into East Yorkshire. Where this extent goes is very much open to debate. This is at midnight tomorrow. 10-20% chance there across North Yorkshire, possibly down the Vale of Yorking towards Doncaster, and up into Teesside, maybe Newcastle, around Tyneside, somewhere like that. 20% risk. Then there's another band here as well, 40 to 50% risk. So, yeah, it's very much like we just said now, casting kind of day. Pull that through to. Oh, mine just slowed down as well. There we go. So that's 9 o'clock on Monday. So rush hour. So school run on Monday. We'll see that squall line go through. I'm just going to have a look on the net weather short range radar, not radar, sorry, the model view, and see what that says, preset. There we go. So this is the net weather short range.
Is that like high resolution, is it?
Yeah, it's like their version at UKV. Oops, gone to wind gusts.
I think you flicked
this
down
is just
maybe
like
on
another high resolution model. This is just. I just want to see where that. There's thunder. So that's first thing tomorrow. That has the thundery potential there across Devon, Dorset, no, there. Put my teeth in. So towards Somerset, Bath, Bristol, kind of into Cardiff, Newport area, and possibly off the coast of like round Anglesey Canal and somewhere like that, towards Fishguard. So it's 12 o'clock, and as you can see, there's the second band coming in. See what that does. That kind of just bows out. So that's the one that we're really going to have to watch tomorrow. Is this one here? You can see a bit of a
as long as it holds off until about after, say, 5:15 when I get home from work, then I'll be happy.
I think you should actually be okay with that. I think you should reach your end by about 6. There you go. There's 6.
Yeah, so it's just we're looking at the UKV model. It's like that's not showing really anything. Just disintegrates before the next line comes through after dark.
Yeah, so it's kind of, you might see that coming in tomorrow as you leave work. And if Gordon's about watching as well, he may see this coming in as well. But then that takes one arm off one way and one arm off the other way. So it breaks up. One arm goes west and merges with the cold front, which is around about here. And then you've got another. Oh, that's going to be quite a tasty lump of thunderiness there in the home counties. That then goes off towards East Anglia. So it's looking like we've got this initial area tomorrow around the southwest and South Wales early on. And then I reckon there's going to be another yellow warning for anywhere really from like the Wirral.
Sorry?
I'm just thinking the yellow warning for the second band of rain tomorrow could be from the Wirral towards the Wash. I would give an amber, like a more high risk, over in this general area. So in the East Anglia, Southeast England kind of area. Let's go back.
So they might update this either during the night or maybe first thing tomorrow morning.
I would give it first thing tomorrow morning when they get the latest of the latest, like the 6 o'clock GFS.
I reckon perhaps by about 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning we could have an update on that.
Yeah. So yeah, this second band is the one to watch and where it's positioned. So this might not be the position. Could be further east, further west. It's just how it approaches tomorrow is where the impacts will be felt the most. So yeah, I'll just go through with that and go through to Monday. So see if it squall lines. It doesn't. It's not really picking up on anything.
Now the question we have to ask: could the UKV be over doing maybe potentially that score line?
Yeah, because the 15Z. Let me just go to that one. Share this tab. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Let me just dial up the weather outlook on this. Oops, sorry, guys. The weather network. No, I don't use that. There we go. So, right. Now we're on precip and cloud for the 15Z, as you can see. Can see that, can't you, Michael?
Yes.
Brilliant. So this is the 15Z, as you can see there. The one you was looking at, I think, was the 12. So let me just go down here because I can just flick it on there. So there's that band that's showing up that Michael showed you earlier. That then moves north kind of into Ireland during the night as it meets up with that cold front. There's another band just moving into the southwest there, down here and here as well. Let's move that forward a couple of hours. So that's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Just coming into Cornwall and Devon, possibly into Dorset as well. So yeah, Sam's watching from UK Weather Chase. He's in for some tasty weather tomorrow morning. I'll wake him up. Then yeah, there's another band there. Look, just coming into the south. So that could be another band of thundery rain. It depends if they'll move across the channel. So this is the second band I'm talking about, I think. Yes. See, no, it isn't actually. That band. This one's kind of underdoing it. Oh, bear with. I think it's. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Michael?
Oh, again, it's almost like it's just that on that knife edge, isn't it?
Yeah. Like one model says one thing, another model says another. This is the uncertainty we have at the moment.
Yeah. It could be a case where we could have flashy bang bangs and then we might not have anything at all. It's just literally on that knife edge.
It could be literally 30 miles down the road, flashy, boom, boom. 30 mile up the road, nothing. It depends where the shear is, where various little things are. I mean, there could be some easterly winds coming in that could just halt the storms in the tracks. And I know there is at the moment up here. There was a northeasterly wind coming in today, and it was really, really cold. So it could just flatten the storms out completely. Anyway, as you can see, to the south, there's another load coming in. Oh, what are you doing?
What you doing?
What you doing, mate? I know my accent keeps coming out. So yeah, that second line comes through kind of across Yorkshire into North Midlands, maybe.
Looks like of the peaks.
Peaks into Sheffield, Doncaster, possibly Barnsley, Wakefield area. My boys at the radio club will be very happy. Why has it gone on so far?
I don't know, mate.
I don't know either. I don't know. Anyways, there's that second. I put that in inverted commas. It looks like it kind of intensifies again up here as it crosses the peaks and Manchester. It's like it was last weekend, where they had them across the likes of Manchester, Bradford, Wakefield, Leeds kind of area. They're really intense, thundery weather there. But then we had some over here, didn't we? In the wash where there was like 11,000 strikes at one point.
It was incredible to sell that was, seeing it on the...
That was a massive... I mean, we had one up here, and that was a big cumulus nimbus, a big mushroom top on it. But that then moved. It moved sort of like to the south, moved towards Newcastle, Gateshead kind of way, in Sunderland, as soon as it crossed over. But like I said, the one here just brewed in the wash and just exploded. So anyways, come on. So that looks like it intensifies again across Yorkshire, but I don't think it'll be thundery at that time of the night. Let's have a look at the temperatures or the mixed level Cape. Let's have a look at that for that time of the night. There's Cape there at mixed level, so mixed glare even. So that's, I would imagine, nearer towards the surface, wouldn't it? So there is Cape there, so there could still be going. 2 meter max. 15, 16 degrees. So this is let me show you, Michael. So these are the temperatures according to the UKV at midnight on Monday.
God, it's quite humid, really.
Yeah, I was just going to actually go to that bit next. So 14 to 16 degrees across the north, across Yorkshire, Lincolnshire 17, Midlands 18, where that really nasty thundery potential could be 20, 21 degrees still at midnight on Monday.
So it's really seriously humid weather there.
Yes, relative humidity. Let's have a look. Yep, really, really humid weather tomorrow and into Monday. You can see there, well into the 90s, so it's going to be sultry, really, really muggy, like clammy, even at lower temperatures. So let's go back to precip and cloud. So yeah, that could be a serious bunch of showers there. Same across Yorkshire as well, possibly. Who knows? Let's go forward. So yeah, that does kind of bring it in the right direction. And there's that cold front there. I don't know. Really hard to say. Yeah. Kind of brings that squall in and then it just fades out. I don't know what you think, Michael.
It's just like one different compared to the other, isn't it?
Yeah. There's thundery showers there in the southeast. And across East Anglia as that cold front goes through in that little sector of mugginess. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, mate. So, see if there's any kipe. There's a bit of kipe. As you can see there behind, on that edge of the cold front, there's all the muggy air there and plenty of cape available. Temperatures. Maximum at that time. So you can see that defined. So you got 21, 23 degrees there in, say, Chelmsford, Colchester kind of way. And then a few miles up the road, maybe about 100 mile, 16 degrees, 14 degrees in the Midlands as that cold front goes through. That goes through quite quickly. It really drops the temperatures, look.
Oh, sorry, just bear with me. I'm just about to send a link. Just bear with me.
No.
Oh, yeah, I can see now. Oh, yeah, it's like a good 5 to 6 degree drop there.
Yeah. I'll see if Liz is online here. I don't know if she is actually, but yeah.
Yeah, I've messaged her just about 5 minutes ago. She's actually doing an investigation tonight.
Right, doing a bit of the old spooky stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's have a look at the temperatures on Monday. So they do go down into single figures quite widely behind that front. So Tuesday morning could be a nippy one. Let's have a look at that. So yeah, between 5 to 9, maybe 10 degrees in Scotland. Scotland. And then by eye, mate, you've got 8, 9, 10 degrees, maybe 6 over the highest ground and in the Lake District. And then 12, 13 degrees in the south. And it's just decided it wants to go and tell us what it's going to be on Tuesday. So there's Tuesday. Sorry, Thursday. Sorry. What am I doing? What am I talking about? Where were we? So Tuesday, let's have a look at the precip. So obviously this is a bit further out, so the resolution isn't the best, but shows showers for Tuesday. They could be part of the remnants of Lee. That moves through. There's the remnants of Lee probably coming in there on Tuesday. So yeah, it could be quite a windy day. Straight coming in westerly wind. Let's have a look. Sea level. Yeah, it's going to be quite a windy day. Gusts. Ooh, could be getting on to 50 mile an hour in the west, over the high ground with 55, 60. Let's go back to the precip anyway. But it's going to be a nippy day on Tuesday, as you can see there. Nippier, in the north anyway. Down the south round about average 16 to 18. Yeah, white. So Wednesday night, early morning, whatever. If I can put my teeth in. What do you reckon?
I think there's more heavy, more. I don't think there'll be any thunder in that. I think more just be a heavier burst of rain, maybe potentially, especially that. I'm guessing that's the warm front coming through with in association with Exley.
Yeah, as you can see there behind, that'll be the cold front. You'll have the warm sector going through quite quickly during Tuesday night, and then you can see the back edge there. Could be squally, quite possibly. There we go. Let me just move it on 3 hours. So yeah, could be squally. Let's see which way the winds are coming in. Like if there's any kind of veering.
I guess it's more from a west to southwesterly.
Yeah, there's a bit of a dip there. That could indicate showers, couldn't it? Let me just go back a few hours. No, I don't think there'll be a squall there. There's not really. There's instability, as you can see on the lines there, but that's more from orographic lift or whatever. 12. Then the winds just ease out as that X remnants of Lee go through. So let's see if there's any precip. Not really, no. There's the remnants there going through. Top temperatures on Wednesday, as you can see there, as that cold front goes through again, 17, 18 degrees in that warmer sector, maybe even 20 towards southeast. Can't get my directions right. Maybe towards the east, 17, 18 degrees in that shade of the Pennines. So yeah, it's interesting to see where the weather goes this week. It looks like it's more autumnal though, doesn't it?
Yes, but it's just as we know, this time of year with these tropical systems coming through like we are with Lee, then we've got the likes of what's the one that's Margot?
Yeah, Margot, the one that's meandering.
Yeah. Sorry, my signal bar has come up yet again.
It's okay.
So if I do seem to stop or go quiet, you know what's happened yet again. It just plays havoc with the computer models because such small scale systems coming up from the tropics, it can have so much a knock-on effect globally, really, with the knock-on with the jet stream. As I said, it just brings so much uncertainty. September's perhaps one of the worst months for uncertainty across the whole year, with September being the peak of the hurricane season.
Indeed.
And as we see now, we're up to I think not as are we at Nigel now, or are we just more or less still tropical?
We're on the precipice of Nigel.
Yeah, so he's probably going to form perhaps in the next, within the next 12, 24 hours.
Yeah, we'll know with
potentially we've got another system, maybe.
Ophelia.
Ophelia, which could form probably the next week or so.
Yeah, let me just see if I can pull that up on thing. Oh, we've got a thumbs up from someone. Just going to go back
to our friend Andy Stones. And there's the message here. I did bring up on the screen earlier on from Daniel Wigan in Lichfield saying, is this a way journey of this, or is the storm dome up? It's just a lot of uncertainty. I mean, as we can see about computer models, some are suggesting some thunder rain coming up from the south, some of it just completely kind of kills it off or just gives us a bit of some rain. It's just literally on that periphery boundary of will we get it, won't we?
Yeah, that's the only problem at the moment.
It's like a soap opera, will they, won't they kind of thing. It's not clear cut at all. It's literally on that fine edge. So we could be lucky. We could have a thundering band of rain coming through Sunday night. Then again, we could absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah,
It's
same old
case
day.
of no casting really through tomorrow.
Indeed.
Same old.
Yes, pretty much. That's the thing with September. It's like it's the back end of summer and the beginning of autumn, stroke fall, or whatever you want to call it. And it's as the seasons are changing, it's so unpredictable. It's like March, April kind of area for us, where we get so much uncertainty.
We can. I'm just bring up the jet stream right now. We can actually show you what happens with the jet stream once these tropical systems actually go into it. Just completely can either follow the jet stream or completely change its direction. So where are we now? Saturday now. Is that on the screen right now, the jet stream?
Yes.
Yep. So right here, this is where we've got, well, shall we say, ex-Hurricane Lee right now. And at this stage, the jet stream here is trying to come down into the mid-Atlantic here, well, into the Eastern Atlantic. You've got this cut-off low here, and this is what's dragging up this humid air at the moment. But once Lee here interacts with this jet stream here, it kind of fires up the jet stream. We can start seeing that cooler jet stream really fire up. Then that knocks this cut-off flow further east, and that's what's going to send out that plume. You see the strong arm of the jet there coming right across the country. Then we'll get this ripple effect in the jet stream there with that cut-off flow that interacts with that. Then that will probably cut off that cut-off low. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it flattens the jet stream there. And this is why we get in this period of perhaps unsettled weather through this week. So you've got the strong winds coming through. So that fires up the jet stream. Then we get this low coming down there, which is set towards our northwest, gives a spell of, as I mentioned, wet and windy. Then we get to see now, on the potential there of getting on the cold set of the jets, which we are for a short time by the end of this week. But then we start seeing the jet stream go from that flat then into this kind of loopiness again.
Mm-hmm.
So just that little feature coming up from the tropics, as we see there, not much going on. The jet stream is very loopy there at the minute with that kind of cut-off low towards Iberia. Then once Lee interacts with that jet stream, we can see it clear as day. It then fires up that jet stream right across the Atlantic. Then as we're heading to Monday, it kind of flatlines it.
Yeah.
It's just that added energy into the atmosphere with the jet stream. Then it dives that jet stream towards the south as that Lee, the remnants of Lee clears through. So we haven't got that cut-off flow anymore. It then flattens out. Once Lee clears through, we're into that undulating jet stream again. It's almost like a northwesterly northerly blast there coming out of Canada there. Down the line, it looks like going to days 10. We've got seems. So because too many words are trying to come out at the same time here.
Yeah.
So as you see, it flatlines because the Lee flatlines it. Then it sends that dip in the jet stream. Then the jet stream comes that amplified. If you look towards the Mediterranean, that has a cut-off flow form right over the Mediterranean. Could we see another Medicane? We'll have to see.
More like Daniel.
Yeah, but this is like what 10, about 8 to 10 days away. So we have to keep an eye on that. So that shows like a cut-off flow just spinning around the Sardinia, really, around Italy through days 8 to 10. then we need to keep an eye on anything else that comes up from the tropics, which would then interfere with the jet stream. But it's just it's just causing havoc with the computer models. As what we're saying through September.
I would imagine that Medicaid might be the remnants of Margot that's injected into it, maybe.
So, okay, let's have a look back at the pressure charts and see if that shows Margot heading that way. But it kind of dissipates because of the high pressure in the central Atlantic around the Azores.
I was just wondering if it's still like the tropical remnants of it.
Let's put the 850 on, then we will see Margot quite clearly.
There she is.
So there she is, Margot. Let's double check. Just look at the comments there. The only light I've seen nighttime wise was southwest over Wales the other night. I didn't actually see that from where I was, but towards where I'm situated, where I am in Tamworth, I'm actually blind to the west, so I can't really see further towards my west. And you mentioned there about the jet stream is a bit weird. It just shows you how much energy gets put into the jet stream from these tropical systems. So let's go back onto the GFS there. So there's Lee. There's Margot.
Mm-hmm.
So we see that warmth. You find that warmth coming across the Atlantic.
I was wondering,
Let's see that warmth coming up a bit from the Atlantic there. Margot's still sitting there towards around the Azores.
Mm-hmm.
And then we head through into Wednesday. That's remnants of Lee clears through. Says, "Tra, I've had enough." We're in that cooler airflow as we head through to the end of the week. Literally, Margot just seems to disappear. Yeah, there she's there of the Azores, and it's just like slinks away. And
there's Nigel.
Nigel. So let's see what happens with Nigel as we head into next week at this stage, because this will probably more like to change because of uncertainties of how it interacts with the jet. So that sends Nigel up into more Iceland there and really spins up a deep area of low pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But it obviously lost its characteristics, tropical characteristics, because the tropical systems, as we can see there, between a mid-latitude storm and a Atlantic hurricane or tropical storm is the center of it. The mid-latitude storms, the center is always cool. With these tropical systems, it's always warm.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of see where the transition into a tropical storm or tropical hurricane, then it transitions into a mid-latitude storm. So once that, say, we lose the orange there, it's then transitioned into a mid-latitude storm. So there's the yellows, and it just goes to like a mid-latitude storm because all that energy is stored into Nigel. Just say this will change once that goes, but it's bringing a lot of energy up towards Iceland. We're kind of being brought up with a bit of a southwesterly, but it's not a warm southwesterly because we're still got under relatively cool air.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually showing like a bit of warmness trying to come in from the east there. So it's like high pressure builds up on this run from the southwest. But that could bring a lot of warm air evacuation there behind Nigel. But as I mentioned, it's just so much uncertainties there.
Nigel hasn't even really formed yet either. That's the thing. So it's just a prediction.
Yeah, I'm going into next week there. There's that cut-off flow just there with Central Europe. So you can see the coolness there.
Oh, not mail.
Hey, that's me pinging away there.
Mine's on vibrate.
Yes, I was hoping to get a notification from somebody, but unless he's watching live, unless the person I messaged to perhaps join us might be a bit busy. But I'm guessing he's busy, bless him, because he does a lot for his own page. Oops, Daisy, I got clicked on the wrong tab. What was I just about to have a look at? Let's have a look at. Let's that rewind back. Let's have a look at the. I forgot the bloody word. The wind speeds. That's it. Let's have a look at the UK wind gusts. See how strong the winds will be during this week. We've definitely looked at that, really, have we?
No, not really.
So let's get through Monday. So wind speeds there showing perhaps up to around about 30 miles an hour. So do the winds increase with remnants of lee? So yeah, might be gusty through the Irish Sea coast, perhaps through central areas. Winds could get to around about 40 to maybe 50 miles an hour. And it's looking quite windy there for the Irish Sea coast there, and quite breezy from many areas. Also, it's going to be a bit of a breezy start to the week. It's like a bit of a lull there. It does actually turn calm actually through Thursday. Looking at that, so it does seem to be turning windier through into the early part of next week, really through Monday, Tuesday at this stage. So that'll be like the remnants of perhaps lee coming through there.
Mm-hmm.
So it just seems to calm down, and maybe like a ridge of high pressure coming through there. And so we've got metals that's maybe showing a bit of high pressure, maybe towards our northwest there with the blues. But again, a lot of uncertainties there. Let's have a look at the Atlantic wide wind speed. There we go, that's what I was looking for. So you can clearly see there we've got Lee there and Margot a bit further into the Atlantic. You can just about see actually Nigel just on the edge there. That will swing round eventually. So with this here, we've got that warm air coming up from Lee and that cool air towards our northwest, interacting with each other. And where you got the reds there, that will be Nigel there. And what you find is that will push up towards Iceland and turn to a bit of a quite significant storm really over towards Iceland. That just kind of circles around itself for a little while, to be honest. Looks like with that, it looks like it's maybe showing like high pressure set towards our northwest. But again, as I mentioned, it's that warm air aloft that's brought up by Nigel when it goes up to Iceland there, bringing all that warmth up towards the higher latitudes.
Yeah, so I reckon there's much more.
Sure. You know what? That's been naughty. Let's have a look. See what's going with the stratospheres. Not looked at this since about March, April time.
Something like that, yeah.
So yeah, this is what it looks like in September at the minute. No, but when we go on to get into winter, we start seeing these blues. Let's quickly run this through and see if we've got any blues start to show towards the end of the run. Obviously, we're in the cooling stage now.
Yeah.
So there's hints of blues appearing there. That's like we've got low pressure sat over the North Pole there. So that's the polar vortex starting to wind itself up. So it's cool. Yeah, looking at that, it's looking quite weak now, but you can start to see it starts to wind up, isn't it, as we're heading towards this month. And hints of the blue starts to appear.
Which is what we want, really.
Yes. So I think we might call it a night now because we've gone through a hell of a lot tonight.
We have indeed.
Shall we look at the snow risk?
No, not for at least another month.
Actually, one last thing I will look at is the thickness line. Right. One last thing, the thickness line. What we say is anything above 364 is the summer line. Anything below 546 to 528 is what we call the autumn line. Anything below 528 is what we call the winter line, like the airfield. And you see also the warm cores of these storms as well. So maybe mid-latitude storms, you don't have this very warm core because that's like a cold core.
Let's say 576 will be like your really summery weather, especially like in July, August.
Yeah, that's like your heat wave. I think we've got close to that actually. Not
like plus 20s.
So let's go through the week. Start seeing that autumn line coming through northern Scotland there. So there's remnants of league coming through. Then beyond that, we get that more autumnal air feel.
Yeah.
And there's potentially there's Nigel there with that really warm, hot call. So we'll feel a bit autumnal. And then
starts a bit of a warm call. Not like it was. You can see it just wind itself out.
Yeah. So we're in like this airstream. I'll say it's between in between like autumn and summer line, really.
Yeah.
It's once we get that green, like proper autumnal air.
Yeah. Obviously, in October we'll be seeing that green air injecting itself a little bit more, hopefully.
Yeah. But again, that's showing high pressure building up towards the west of the UK for the end of September into October.
That could bring in the last of the warm weather from the continent.
Let's go back at one level look at charts with me, but let's have a look at the 6 o'clock run from this morning. Quickly run through this. So let's see if it's got like a similar kind of pattern there. So does that have high pressure building up beyond that? It does as well. So doesn't actually. So that does not show. So it just shows you how uncertain the computer models are. With the latest run, that has that high pressure building up behind, in front of Nigel, shall we say? But this one doesn't. That does actually turn the wind down towards the northwest. And look at that cold air. Actually, it does have high pressure there. It's just a bit delayed. But this one actually shows like a northerly plunge.
A bit of an omega block there. Yeah. A cold plunge towards the back end of September. It won't be really cold. It'd be like low double digits. Like possibly into single figures across Scotland.
Yeah, that minus isotherm actually shows trying to come into northern Scotland there.
Yeah, that'd bring it down to like 5-6 degrees across Shetland and Orkney. Possibly, I would say. And I'm far off.
Maybe a bit of inversion there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well.
Yeah, so there's the daytime temperature for the 1st of October. Still into 20s down the southeast and barely into double figures for northwest. But we're looking too far ahead and we're going off on a bit of a tangent there. We'll better stop there.
As Dan's just said, we are in for a cold wave.
Just imagine the freezer, then do that. It'll be a cold wave.
That's just an average day at work for you, isn't it, Michael? Waving to your colleagues. But yes, I wouldn't say anything just yet anyway. Let's see how the league goes through and how Nigel develops in the next 7 days. Well, even in the next 24 to 48 hours, really. See if it spins itself up into a hurricane or, how long it takes to transition in, if it even does change into a hurricane.
Well, the thing is with Nigel, it could change direction. It could just stay going west into America. Things can just change just in a matter of days.
Indeed.
It might not go up to the Atlantic. It could just go straight up to Greenland. We just don't know. It could swing right down into Iberia.
Yes.
Things can just change so quickly, especially with these tropical systems.
I've got to say, though, Lee's been very well forecast.
Yeah.
And it's kept to its trajectory. It's kept on its line, kept in its lane, as the kids would say. It's just, it's done what it needs to. So I think the forecasting is getting a lot better with hurricanes.
It depends on what's going on, like what the system. the systems are like over America at that time.
Yeah, what's coming out of America and what's in the Atlantic.
Well, also, what's going through America as well. If it can steer systems towards it or away from it.
Well, that's it. 'Cause there was a front coming out of America, and that's picked Lee up, and then drove that up towards, like up into Canada.
Yeah, towards Nova Scotia and all that.
Yeah, Nova Scotia. That's the one.
I always thought Nova Scotia was a DJ, but no, listen.
Right, I think we need to disappear.
Well, I was expected to do this for about half an hour, so perhaps thought it'd be done for about 8:15 in the snow. Turned into like one of our longest streams we've done for however long time, an hour and a quarter.
Probably since the last time I was on and Mr. Partridge was on.
Yes, possibly.
I don't know how long it went the last time Mr. Partridge was in the comments with you.
Oh, I don't know.
Was that a mad one?
I may have deleted that live stream just to free up some memory on the video thing.
Okay. So yeah, we'll have to bring Mr. Partridge in one of the days. We are trying to, persuade him to come on live, but that's up to him.
I did actually send him a message a short time ago, but he must be busy. Yeah. I think he's already just finished doing what his live videos for tomorrow.
Yeah.
One of his epic videos, so he could be just too tired now.
Yeah, he smashes them videos out. Tomorrow.
Oh yeah. So what we'll do, obviously, tomorrow during the day, tomorrow I'm at work, so I won't be able to really post anything at all till perhaps the evening time. But if you're available, obviously yourself will keep updated of what's going on. So it's more a case of now casting through tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see what the weather's like tomorrow, and I will, if needs be, put the radar on live.
Yeah.
For the community, and just leave it on in the background, and
we'll let you know if we do go live tomorrow night. We'll put a message up at some point in the evening time between, say, I'm trying to think now, perhaps
probably after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Yeah. I don't get home till just gone 5 anyway, so
that's what I'm thinking. Like if we might have to
we'll keep you updated anyway. See if we do go live or not.
Yeah, like I said,
if not, if we don't, we'll keep you posted with literally just posts.
Yeah, if things develop and it becomes serious enough, I'll chuck the radar up and just leave it on in the background, muted. Other than that, we'll just post as we need to go on, like Michael says. Right, I'll say good night from you.
And it's good night from, hang on, wrong way.
That one. Yes.
Thank you for watching, guys. Nice to see you all again, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
Good night. Thanks for watching.